Hi everyone, my name is Laila. I'm in the 11th grade and I'm going to talk about the importance of recycling paper. So the 3 golden rules that we were taught as kids are reduce, reuse, and recycle. But for some reason, recycle was always the most highlighted one. However, as we learn more and more about becoming green, it's actually become clearer that recycling is the least important of those 3. Sure, recycling is important, but what if we reduced and reused what we already had in place of single-use options? There would be significantly less stuff to recycle, and that would, not to get too hyperbolic here, but it would save the planet. So we all know that when a material is used to make something, it needs to break down organically, so it can be reused or recycled into something else. However, if it is not recycled efficiently, this would make some huge impacts on our environment. If waste is not recycled, it can negatively impact our environment by emitting greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming and therefore climate change. And it can also contribute to air pollution, water pollution, which put animal and human lives at risk. Alternatively, if we do recycle, all those will be reduced to a minimum, which can obviously be great for our planet. So today I'm going to talk more specifically about the importance of recycling paper. So like the recycling of other materials, as I said before, it can reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, it can save greenhouse gases, and it can conserve crucial natural resources. And since paper can be recycled, it's important that we do recycle it to save space in landfills, which are better for materials that cannot be repurposed for recycling. In fact, 1 ton of recycled paper can save 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and 4,000 kilowatts of energy, which is actually enough to power the average American house to up to 6 months. So something that people wonder about is whether cardboard can be recycled with paper, with the average normal paper. So the difference between those two is how they are constructed. Paper, as we all know, is just 1 thin layer, while cardboard has 3 thick layers, 2 flat and 1 wavy in the middle. And since these 2 have different layers and different weights, the 2 products cannot be recycled together or in the same way. So let's take a look at the positive impact that paper recycling can do to our environment. So first of all, it helps reduce gas emissions that contribute to the accumulation of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Secondly, it takes 70% less energy and water to produce recycled paper rather than producing new fresh paper from trees. And best of all, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, 1 ton of recycled paper can save 3.3 cubic yards of landfill space. So I've come up with some solutions that AOSR could incorporate into our daily scholastic lives. The first one is to develop a green office policy, which champions the 3 R's of reduce, reuse, and recycle. For example, we could set all printers to default double-sided printing. We could encourage all staff members to bring their own mug in the morning instead of drinking their coffee in the regular paper cups. We could start buying recycled paper that I have never seen on our campus. And we could integrate paper recycling boxes into all classrooms, because the amount of times that I have seen students throw paper into the all waste bin has been infinite. And the best of all, in my opinion, is also to share the results that recycling of paper has done over long term, to encourage students to collaborate and to have new ideas that we could do here in AOSR. So in conclusion, my point is that we should all be much more mindful of what we choose to buy, because in the end, if we all chose more sustainable products that can be recycled more efficiently, we would do a huge favor to our environment. Thank you.